Well, hello there, strangers. How's everybody doing? It's been a while since I've done anything on the channel, huh? I mean, I feel like I've done one or two streams in the past couple months, but it's been radio silence for me over here in HelloGreedo land. And the main reason behind that is because my daughter has been on summer break for the past few months. And yeah, so now she's back in school. And I'm working on a video right now. I'm hoping to have it up by tomorrow. The video is not Ahsoka related. It's just something that I've been wanting to make for a while. Yeah, now my daughter's in kindergarten. And summer break is over. So Dada has some time to himself when he gets off work for the, I work 24 on, 48 off. So for those 48... if she's in school, I have some time to do HelloGreedo stuff, which I have definitely been missing. So, oh crap, I forgot to click over to the next screen, ladies and gentlemen. I'm rusty, man. I haven't done this in a while. I see a lot of familiar faces in the chat. Good to see you guys. Sapity, Darth Nicholas, Wisdom, Arlen, JJ, Tan Production. Thank you for once again becoming a member of the fleet. I really appreciate that, man. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Your membership is greatly appreciated, your fleet membership, because I got some fun things in store. I'm going to be making a bunch of videos for Ahsoka. I'm going to be doing a bunch of streams. I'm going to kick this thing into gear because, hey, summer break's over and the kid's back in school. So what else am I going to do, right? What else am I going to do? But yeah, welcome, guys. What's on your mind? The topic of conversation tonight is Ahsoka. But, I mean, if you're familiar with these live streams, there is a 100% chance that we will not stay on topic. Cool? So whatever's on your mind, man. We'll ping pong from topic to topic. Ahsoka will come up. So if you're looking for a 100% Ahsoka conversation, maybe look elsewhere. I mean, we'll get to that. We'll talk about it, but yeah. Anyway. I read that as stoned for Ahsoka, Brandon. Hey, either way, have fun. Tan asked, do you get any sleep throughout your 24-hour shift? Sometimes I do. Like last night, I actually slept through the night. I got 7 hours of sleep at the firehouse. That's very rare. Most of the time, I get woken up once or twice in the middle of the night. I would say that on average, I probably get 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Best case scenario, I mean, on average, the least amount of sleep I've ever gotten is 0. And that's happened multiple times. But yeah. Yeah, it's good to be back, Nick. Hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, I'm excited for Ahsoka too. I haven't really been paying... again, my daughter's been on summer break. I haven't done anything with the channel, which means I haven't really been paying attention to any news, really any promotional stuff. I've seen the latest like TV spots and stuff like that, but if there's any information that you think I missed, I probably missed it. So if you want to fill this chat with information that, yours truly... might benefit from, I am all ears or eyes because I'm reading this stuff, right? I mean, just from the trailer and the TV spots and stuff like that, the tone of it definitely seems more... I mean, a lot of you guys know Andor is like one of my favorite all-time Star Wars things. The tone of Ahsoka seems more like towards the tone of Andor rather than the tone of, well, I don't know. Mandalorian's tone is all over the place. Can you guys still hear me? YouTube is saying that it's receiving 0 data. It says no data. So hopefully you guys can still hear me. If you can still hear me, say yeah. Anakin basically confirmed his voice was in the TV spot. Maxton, what's up, man? Yeah, I did see, wasn't he in? His voice wasn't just in the TV spot. Wasn't he, his person, in the TV spot as well? Okay, you can still hear me. Good. Good. Yeah, what's up, Aiden? I know I need to catch up on Rebels. And maybe I'll, how many days do I have? I have 10 days. I don't think that's enough to be able to catch up. So 10 days, I'm going to work like 3 days out of those 10 days. I was going to say maybe I'll just binge watch it at the firehouse, but I don't think I'll have enough time even then. Oh, it's just a flashback of him from Kenobi. Oh, I see. They use recycled footage from Kenobi. Did not realize that. Gotcha. 7 days. Oh, I thought it was the 26th. I'm wrong. See, I'm not up to date with any of this shit, so there you go. I'm kind of there with you, Mr. Nicholas. He says Andor is my favorite piece of Star Wars content of all time. If I wipe away the nostalgia goggles of the original trilogy, it's high up there as well. Yeah. Wisdom asks, what's been your opinion on Ahsoka as a character? I remember when you first gave Clone Wars a go and how her character was very underappreciated by most fans in its early days. Yeah, going into the Clone Wars, I was a late comer to the Clone Wars. I think I started watching it in 2017. Oh, one sec. Spam risk is calling me. Wouldn't you know? What was I saying? Yeah, I was a very late comer to the Clone Wars. Didn't start watching it until 2017. Didn't really know anything about the character of Ahsoka, but she ended up being one of my favorites. You know, just when you spend 7 seasons with a character, you really, I don't know, you're able to, they are able to just build layers upon layers upon layers, and she's one of the most three-dimensional characters that we've ever had in Star Wars. And I loved the Ahsoka novel too. I think it was a young adult novel, but I thought it was great. I highly recommend it. It's an easy read and it's a fun read. So yeah, going into the Clone Wars, I went in open-minded. I've never been one for a lot of animation stuff. I don't know. I still have this like mental block in my head where Star Wars is primarily, on the big screen. And maybe that's definitely an old school mentality. I'm sure a lot of people of my generation feel that way as well. But once I started watching the Clone Wars, I finished the series. I got over that mental block, and I definitely appreciate it and her as a character way more. I never was like one of those people who poo-pooed the character. I was never one of those people who didn't like the character. And that, I just didn't know anything about the character back then. So, yeah. Anyway. Eli Roth, thank you so much for the first super chat and channel support of the stream. And probably of the past 2 months. So I appreciate that super chat, Eli. Eli asks, thoughts on Eric Steelberg as director of photography on Ahsoka. Eric Steelberg. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not Googling. Okay. Oh, cool. Let's see. Cinematographer for Ghostbusters Afterlife. I did not see that. Up in the Air cinematographer. What's Up in the Air? Juno. Oh, I remember watching Juno. Let's see. Oh, wow. He's been a cinematographer on a lot of things. Director of photography. Tully. I think I saw Tully with Charlize Theron. Baywatch. Billions. Eastbound and Down. He was the DP on Eastbound and Down. Okay. Clown. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with his work. I honestly haven't seen very many of his movies or shows that he's done. I've definitely seen way less than I have seen. I have not seen way. Wait, how do I put this? I have not seen way more than I have seen. I think that's the right way to say it. But his catalog is quite diverse. I mean, you have things like Ghostbusters, and then you have things like Tully. Then you have Billions, that show. And then Eastbound and Down. Ahsoka, and he's the cinematographer on the Ghostbusters sequel. So, you know, I mean, I really don't have much of an opinion, mainly just because I haven't seen a lot of his stuff. But, hey, you know, they hire the people that they hire for a reason. You know, they mesh well with the cast and crew. Their work speaks for themselves, so they saw something in the guy, and you know, I usually trust production departments more than the internet. Are people like upset about this? I don't. Again, I haven't followed anything in a long time, but yeah. Anyway, Eli, I appreciate that, man. Now I know who the DP is. I guess. See, I learn a little bit every time I do these streams, right? Things that every Star Wars fan with their finger on the pulse of Ahsoka probably knows. But I have been absent for the past couple months, so I appreciate you filling me in. Evans Media, Tan Production, and Swish. Good to see you guys. Familiar faces. Evans says, "Hey, Greedo, just got off work. Looking forward to Ahsoka because I loved Rebels. Even more than Clone Wars. Also saw Oppenheimer in 70mm IMAX. Loved it." Nice, Evans. Did we speak about this like a month ago or so? When the movie first came out? I've only streamed like once in the past couple months, and I feel like maybe it wasn't you. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Oppenheimer, it's kind of, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. You got to see it. See it on the big screen. It's a beautiful movie, so well done. I think it's Christopher Nolan's best work. I saw it in IMAX as well, and yeah, I'd love to see it again. I mean, I need to mark off a full half day to kind of prepare myself and sit down and watch a 3-hour movie. It's kind of hard to find the time unless I get a babysitter. Me and my wife get a babysitter these days, you know. But yeah, Evans, I've heard a lot of people say they like Rebels more than the Clone Wars. I can't really say which one I like more than the other because I haven't finished Rebels. I've only seen the first season. So, Star Wars YouTuber hasn't seen all of a Star Wars show. That's cool. And you know what's funny? I haven't even finished the latest season of Mandalorian. Isn't that crazy? Life has been so damn busy, and I have not been paying attention to shit for a while now. I really do need to just bring my laptop and, like, when I lay in my rack at night at the firehouse, just kind of watch an episode here and there. Yeah, I have not really, you know, maybe now that my daughter's back in school, I'll catch up with all these shows. But it's real, like when I'm off work, I'm with the family. When my daughter goes to bed, me and my wife are watching something that we both want to watch, you know, so it's been a little difficult for a while to kind of watch Star Wars stuff. Yeah, it's just life. Some of you folks know how it is, right? But yeah, anyway, Evans, I appreciate it, man. Take a load off. You just got off work, man. Sit back and enjoy yourself. Tan Production, thank you once again. Tan says, got to work on this show as well. Look out for a Tan. How do you pronounce that? Sahinkanat? Oh, that's your last name in the final credits. Got to watch some episodes. How do you pronounce that? Phonetically spell that for me in the chat. I'm curious. Got to watch some episodes without VFX, but it was still great. That is incredible. That is incredible. I am 1000% gonna sit through the credits and look for your name, man. That is just too cool. I love seeing. I mean, you basically saw a behind the scenes cut of some of the show without VFX. I love that stuff. I love seeing, you know, before all the bells and whistles are put on, what the actors are working with. You know, it's interesting. Oh, okay. You Tan phonetically spelled it. Shaheen Kanat. Shaheen Kanat. Did I pronounce that correctly? Shaheen Kanat. Shaheen Kanat. All right, I'm gonna Google this. Let's see. Let's see. Shaheen Kanat. Check out the credits for the third or fourth episode, I believe. Nice, man. Yeah, I will definitely keep an eye out for that. I can't find anything about your last name. Normally, I'm always there here on IMDb, man. You want me to read your bio, your IMDb bio? I won't do that to you. You were born in Istanbul, Turkey. Oh, this is... Oh, how cool, man. Wow. I'm looking at Tan Productions IMDb. He was a voice actor in Rebels. He was... You played Poe? Wait, comic. World War III video game. Wow. I found you. That's not fair. You don't know who I am. But dude, that is too cool. Dude, congratulations on all that. And I will definitely keep an eye on the credits for sure.
I've been rewatching all the essential Ahsoka, Sabine, and Hera episodes from TCW and Rebels to prep for Ahsoka. IGN and Disney Plus have great, relatively short watch lists consisting of these characters' essential episodes.
Nice. Oh, one sec.
Fan of Rebels. Yes, I dare to say that, but looking forward to Ahsoka with an open and interested mind. Just worried she is being overused. Hope for Thrawn to have an interesting arch.
Nick and Sapity, thank you so much. Swish, Oscar, Nick, and Sapity, and Francesco. I appreciate it, guys. But yeah, Tan, I will definitely keep an eye out. How does that work? Can you add your own stuff to IMDb? I'm on IMDb because I've been like on a couple podcasts. I googled HelloGreedo the other day and like I saw that I've been listed on IMDb and I was like, what the hell? For like goofy internet video shit. Not my own personal stuff, but like other people's stuff that I've been in. Just silly. Funny. Definitely not Tan Shaheen. Ah, shit, I already forgot. Shaheen Kanat. Definitely not his IMDb. But yeah, man. Too cool. I'm just reading your bio. It's all good. But cheers, buddy. I appreciate it, man. And Swishfish says, I'm sorry, but I don't give a damn about Ahsoka. This show doesn't interest me in the slightest, especially since it's a Filoni show, so done with him. Oh, interesting, Swish. I wonder if you're heavily in the minority with that opinion. I don't know if I've seen anybody else, but I haven't really been paying much attention, to tell you the truth. I don't know if anybody else that I've seen really feels that way. The only, like, it doesn't really have anything to do with Filoni. A lot of the Filoni and Favreau stuff has kind of become pretty formulaic to me. I don't get really excited for a lot of their... Oh, one sec. Let the robot read.
I've wondered how you always remain so laid back and chill. Most content creators, especially SW1s, always seem to be getting heated easily or argue a lot, whether in person or online.
Oh, that's a fun question, Ricky. I really appreciate that ridiculously generous super chat and channel support this evening, man. Yeah, I will get to that in a bit. I'm a little long-winded tonight, more so than I have been, just because I haven't done a stream in months. So I greatly appreciate that, Ricky. And that'll be a fun question to ramble on about. But give me a few minutes here, man. But yeah, Swish, you know, a lot of Filoni stuff is very formulaic to me. I haven't really gotten into... I didn't really care for Boba Fett. The last season of The Mandalorian, I haven't even finished it, man. Life got in the way, and yeah, a bunch of factors. You guys know how it is. Life. I'm hoping to finish it soon, but like, it's after seeing something like Andor and what Star Wars TV can be, a lot of that formula that a lot of Filoni shows and productions seem to follow, it's just kind of become like we're mulching over the same shit. Everything kind of feels the same. So in that sense, Swish, I kind of understand where you're coming from. Now, where I don't really feel the same as you with the Ahsoka show is just the character herself. You know, I love the character, and despite maybe not being, you know, super excited just because of that formulaic nature of a lot of the newer Filoni stuff, not even newer, but like the fact that it's Ahsoka, that it's whatever role Thrawn's gonna play in it, it's enough to kind of put it over the edge of like that. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to pure excitement, if that makes sense. And again, I've been out of the loop. I haven't been paying attention to really anything. So, but yeah, Swish, give it a shot. Give it a shot. Watch an episode or two. You never know. You might really love it. You know. But I appreciate that, Swish. Hope you're doing well. Oscar Rodriguez, Darth Nicholas Sapity, Francesco Maxton, and Ricky Dicky Duda Grimes. I appreciate the super chat and channel support this evening. I will absolutely get to them. Just be patient with me. I'm long-winded. I haven't been here in a while, and I'm having fun, man. It's been a while since I've done this. Oscar says, I've waited a millennia for this stream. Me too, man. Me too. Look, I love my daughter more than anything on planet Earth. I love my daughter more than anything in the goddamn universe. I would burn this world down for her. But she's back in school, and now I have a little bit of time to myself. And I'm kind of excited to get back into video making. Look, I love my daughter more than anything. I would blow up planet Earth for her. But, it's kind of nice having her back in school, being able to have a little bit of time to myself. Look, I love my daughter.
My girlfriend and I
one sec.
of freedom last night. We kept hearing it was right-wing / QAnon propaganda and wanted to see what the fuss was about. But it's hardly political. It's about saving kids.
Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that. Give me one sec, man. Give me one sec. But cheer. Oh, Oscar. I'm reading your super chat right now. I appreciate it, man. Give me one sec for the second one there. You sound like Joel with Ellie. Every parent understands what I'm saying. But I appreciate that, man. Mr. Darth Nicholas, good to see you as always. Nick says, I've been rewatching all the essential Ahsoka, Sabine, and Hera episodes from the Clone Wars and Rebels to prep for Ahsoka. IGN and Disney Plus have great, relatively short watch lists consisting of these characters' quote-unquote essential episodes. I just burped. Sorry, guys. Disney Plus Ahsoka watch list. 10? Oh, awesome, man. Okay, I would skip all the Clone Wars ones just because I've seen them. Oh, Tales of the Jedi. Yeah, that'd be good to jump into. And then what are the Rebels ones? Are there Rebels? Twilight of the Apprentice and... Okay. So... Oh, nice. So the only one that they have from Rebels on the Disney Plus list, or on the StarWars.com list, is Twilight of the Apprentice. Maybe this is not the list you're thinking of, or that you're mentioning. And then Life and Death, Tales of the Jedi, one of those episodes. Oh, maybe it is. This was just published on the 15th of August. Okay, nice. I will absolutely watch those two. Because I've seen all the Clone Wars ones that they mentioned. The 8 out of 10 that they mentioned that were Clone Wars. Interesting, though. I love this. I didn't even think to do that, man. I appreciate you bringing this to my attention. I will go down a little bit of a rabbit hole to see, like... I'll compare, and I don't know if the lists are the same, but I'll compare the IGN list and the Disney Plus list, and maybe look out of a couple other lists. But yeah, really the only things that I'm missing are Rebels, a good chunk of Rebels, and Tales of the Jedi. I don't know how much... I haven't seen any of Tales of the Jedi. But I did watch all the episodes of the Clone Wars, so I feel like, you know, I'm relatively versed in the character from that perspective, you know. But anyway, Nick, I appreciate the hell out of that super chat, and I will definitely be diving into those lists. Because when I'm at work after dinner, you know, all the guys, maybe we might hang out and shoot the shit for a little bit, and then after dinner, we either turn on a movie or everybody's just doing their own thing. I could bring my laptop and watch a couple episodes of something, you know, in my bed. But that'd work. Anyway, Nick, I appreciate that, man. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Yeah, old times. I feel I've been gone for a lot longer than 2 months. When's the last time I uploaded? The last video that I uploaded was that Jar Jar Binks how to tie a tie video. It's like a minute long video. I wouldn't even count that as an upload. Should have been a TikTok. I've never been on TikTok. Oh, I take that back. I do have a HelloGreedo TikTok. I think I've uploaded one thing on it, and I've never like looked at it before, like the home page or whatever it is. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. I know everybody's on it, but it's like the first time that I've ever felt like probably like my parents did when technologies just started ramping up, and you know, new platforms and new programs and all sorts of shit, and then all of a sudden like you're like, I can't keep up. I guess that's gonna happen to every generation, right? But Sapity, thank you so much for the super chat channel support. Sapity says, not a fan of Rebels, yes, I dare to say that, but looking forward to Ahsoka with an open mind. Oh, an open and interested mind. Just worried she is being overused. Hope for Thrawn to have an interesting arc. Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I have always been the guy who just wants new stuff, right? I've never been a fan of continuously recycling characters and seeing familiar faces. But I do get excited for these shows. Is that a little hypocritical? Maybe. You know, I'm always going to want new. So when we get an Ahsoka show, despite having a ton of Ahsoka content, you know, there is, even through my excitement, there is still a little bit of that nagging, but I want new stuff guy in the back of my head, you know? But they're working on new stuff. You know, that's how I kind of justify it in my brain. They're working on new stuff. They're giving us new characters. We're getting new stuff. So it's okay if we pepper in a lot of familiar faces. Where that doesn't line up with me is like the show, like The Mandalorian, for example. I love the first season. You guys have heard this spiel before, so I apologize. But like, I absolutely loved the first season of The Mandalorian. And then I feel like it kind of lost its way and it became a Star Wars greatest hits. And I didn't really care to see all these familiar faces and like Boba Fett, Ahsoka, blah, blah, blah. And it just kind of, for me, it kind of lost its focus. I don't like when new stuff becomes infatuated with the familiar, you know. To me, maybe I'm a different type of fan and it's okay if we disagree, but I don't really like that stuff, you know. But yeah, I mean, you have the best attitude there, Sapity. You know, you're not a fan of that show, but you're going into this thing hoping to like it, right? Open mind, open hearts. But yeah, I'm curious if like what role and how prevalent Thrawn is going to be. If I had to, I mean, it's all pure speculation, right? But I can't even guess. Just the looming threat of Thrawn. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, Sapity, I appreciate that, man. After the first episode, we will all hop on here and discuss our thoughts of Ahsoka. It comes out on the 20. Let me look. Ahsoka release date 23rd. Let's see. Firefighter schedule. Let's see. Schedule maker. It's funny because like I can never remember what dates I'm working on, but my wife can. So like I'll be like, hey, am I working August 28th? And she'll think for a second and she'll go, yeah, because I work every third day. And she knows my schedule more than I do. It's funny to me. I don't work on the 23rd. Hell yeah. So there you go. Video and stream on the 23rd. Bingo. Oh, 2-episode premiere. All right. 1 video for 2 episodes. Or maybe I'll do 2 videos, whatever. And then a stream. Looking forward to it. Francesco, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Francesco asks, hey, Greedo, what are your most anticipated Star Wars projects? So at the moment, I have 2. The Acolyte and Outlaws. Those are kind of like the tip-top tier of my excitement. The Acolyte mainly just because kind of the unknown of it. I hope it's completely new and fresh. I don't want to see any familiar faces. I think I watched like a bootleg trailer of it that somebody filmed at Celebration, but that's been a long time. But yeah, Francisco, those two projects. Outlaws look super fun, expansive, open. Every gameplay video that I've watched just makes it look like a living, breathing world. The detail, the wind planet, like I'm hoping it's everything that I want it to be. We shall see. Is it coming out for... Oh, man. I still haven't gotten a new PC. So I'm crossing my fingers that my computer is going to be able to run it. You know? We'll see, man. Are the specs out for Outlaws? I highly doubt it. We'll see. I still haven't played Survivor because my PC can't run it. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Just too many. I can't justify buying a new computer right now just because we had to get. Well, we had a lot of expenses. We had one of our cats who. This cat, when I was on deployment in 2010, my wife found this cat in a dumpster and brought her home. This little tiny, like, newborn baby kitten. Couldn't have been a couple weeks old. Just in a dumpster. Brought her home. And so we've had this cat for 13 years. And she had to have, like, major surgery. And we found out she has, like, what's the equivalent of breast cancer in cats, and it's spread to her lymph nodes. So we had it's that was our deployment cat. So she's still kicking, she's still acting completely normal right now. I mean, the vet said maybe it'll be months and months, but just kind of a waiting game. And we don't want to put a 13-year-old cat through like chemo and all that stuff. So, the major surgery removed what needed to be removed, and that was a major expense that we didn't expect, So I can't really justify buying a new computer. And we have some family trips planned, and, we're doing some home improvement projects, and so Jedi Survivor and possibly Outlaws are going to have to wait. It's understandable, but yeah. Anyway, Maxton, Ricky, Oscar, Super Michael, Thanura, and Christian, I appreciate it, guys. Maxton says, Mando Season 3 is definitely overhated. Don't love it as much as the first two seasons, though. Very excited for Ahsoka. Hoping Lucasfilm gets a win. Yeah, I don't hate Season 3 of The Mandalorian. It just didn't... Again, I'm not fully... You probably heard me say this. I haven't even finished Mandalorian Season 3. Life got in the way. I just didn't keep up with it. And I will eventually finish it, but yeah, I think I watched the first 4 episodes or something like that. It just, for whatever reason, it couldn't keep my interest like the other 2 seasons. I don't even know what the general consensus is with that season. Do a lot of people not like it? I don't really pay attention to much of the like that side of the fandom when it comes to like people's opinions. Or the overall consensus. The most that I do with that is like just check out a quick Rotten Tomatoes score, or see the occasional tweets. But yeah, I'm hoping this is a win as well. I mean, more so for the audience. I want the audience to have a good time. I want them to be invested in the story and the characters, and I want some twists and turns, I want some surprises. I like my Star Wars with a lot of surprises and unexpected moments. That's what keeps things interesting. So hopefully Ahsoka will be one of those... Well, hopefully Ahsoka will be a memorable experience for the audience and myself, included in that, Because, like, I think about Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett, and the Kenobi show. I barely remember them. I just didn't really care for them that much. And for that reason, they've kind of, like, disappeared from my brain.
Baylan Skoll, R.I.P. Ray Stevenson, and Shin Hati and Ahsoka than the title character, Sabine, and Hera, which obviously isn't to say I'm not excited to see those characters too.
Darth Nicholas, thank you so much once again for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that. Let's see here. One sec. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right, cool. All right, let's see. Who is next? I got Ricky, Oscar, Michael, Thanura, Christian, and Nick. Appreciate it, guys. Ricky Dicky Duda Grimes says, Hey, Greedo, kind of a deep question, but I've Always wondered how you always remain so laid back and chill. Most content creators, especially Star Wars ones, always seem to be getting heated easily or argue a lot, whether in person or online. That's just how I am. Real world and on here. You know, I think it's... one of the most embarrassing things that I see on the internet is people like arguing about this shit. I mean, we're talking about Star Wars. It's fun to have conversations. It's fun to... I mean, I disagree with a lot of you guys. You guys disagree with me. But I don't give a shit what you think. I mean, not in that... I give a shit what you think. But not in the sense that I'm going to get heated about it. You know what I mean? Like, the idea of pumping out videos, shitting all over other people's opinions or content creators or whatever, it's embarrassing to me. But you know, it's an industry. That feigned outrage is an industry, especially on YouTube. Like the Barbie movie, for example. The fucking Barbie movie. Like, do you why are you so upset, internet man? Who gives a shit? Maybe it wasn't for you. Like, it's as a man, it's embarrassing to me to see these dipshits on YouTube. Like, it just, I don't know. It's so I don't know how else to say it. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. So when I see all that heated conversation about nonsense, people arguing about stupid shit, I just roll my eyes, and I don't want any part of it. It's stupid. It's this. I don't know. I don't know. It's just who I am, Ricky. Like, real world and on here. I don't really let things get to me like that. It's not worth it. I mean, I guess if you pump out 100 videos in a month arguing about everything and fighting this culture war because you're tough, I guess maybe it's worth it monetarily. But I want to keep my goddamn soul. Let those other goofy sons of bitches embarrass themselves. I don't want anything to do with it. And the thing is, they probably think they're like fighting some grand crusade. They probably think, you know, they're doing their part. But anybody other than the perpetually online sees it as embarrassing as shit. But hey, I guess they're heroes to the perpetually online, I suppose. I don't know, Ricky. I got my foot up. I got a beer. I got a career. I got a family. Why, you know, I want to have fun on here, you know. The idea of constantly arguing and being upset about this stuff is silly to me. But, yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Ricky. Cheers, man. That is way too kind of a super chat this evening. But I greatly appreciate it. And you can look forward to some content soon. Because kid's back in school. And Papa's got some time when he's not at work. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the super chat as well. Oscar says, my girlfriend and I saw Sound of Freedom last night. We kept hearing it was right-wing QAnon propaganda and wanted to see what the fuss was about. But it's hardly political. It's about saving kids. Is that the movie with the guy who played Jesus? Oh shit, I just knocked over. There we go. Alright, let me look this up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I saw people posting about this on my personal Facebook page. Because, you know, we all are friends with and our family members and with people of a wide variety of thoughts, as we should be, right? As we should be. But I don't know anything about this movie. I did see them posting about it in some like political context, like Hollywood won't even show this movie. And I'm sitting back like, I don't know anything about this shit. What are you talking about? Incredibly true story shines the light on the darkest places. And then there was also the flip side. I did see people posting about this on Twitter. Like exactly what you said, like it was some kind of propaganda movie. And generally the truth is somewhere in the middle. When you have people from both ends of the spectrum arguing so vehemently in one direction, with most issues, the truth is somewhere snap dab in the middle. Is that how you say that? Snap dab? Smack dab. Snap dab. It's smack dab in the middle. I don't know enough. I don't want to speak out of turn just because I don't know really anything about this. I didn't follow this. I didn't follow the story or the movie or whatever. So I can't really speak on a lot of it, but I'll leave it at that. The truth is usually somewhere in the middle when you have people from far ends of the spectrum arguing so vehemently about something, you know. Most of us in the middle of things are usually like, what are these fucking crazy people talking about? Feel that way a lot. But anyway, I appreciate that, Oscar. I hope you had a good time at the movies, man. I think that's a great example of going to check something out for yourself and then realizing, hey, it wasn't that bad at all, and it wasn't what people said it was going to be, you know? That's a great example of Oscar, I feel like that's a very mature thing to do. I don't know anything about the movie, but that's a very mature thing to do. You know, you heard it was this thing and you went and saw it and you realized that, it wasn't really that at all, you know. I mean, we could all that's kind of parallels a lot of life experiences, I feel, you know. But anyway, I appreciate that, Oscar. Cheers, man. I hope you had a good time at the movies. Super Michael 98, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. Michael says, hey, Greedo has a wife and kids, and what is a movie, game, or book that is so good you hate it? Well, we're all doing well. We're all super busy. Got some trips planned in the future. We're taking a few trips that are one trip. We're going to Austin in about a month and a half, and then we're going on a cruise and next year, and then we're going to the Yellowstone National Park. So we got a lot of things planned in the next year. Looking forward to them. What is the movie, game, or book that is so good you hate it? Golly, I don't know if there really is one, Mike. I don't know if there really is a movie or book or game that is so good that I hate it. Now, I wouldn't, hate is a strong word, right? But there are movies and books and games, really games, I would say, games. Movies and books don't really fall into the category that I'm about to talk about. But games like, I don't know, like Fallout or Skyrim, or a better example is Mass Effect. Mass Effect. I've never beaten any of those games. I've tried to play them. I get into them for like a week and then I just put it down. It's like, I really like it. It's great, but like I get so overwhelmed, and it's an RPG that requires so much time. So like something like that, I recognize its brilliance, but I just end up not really getting invested in it. And that's my own fault. I recognize that those games are great. But yeah, I don't hate them. It's just I don't know how to explain it really. I can't really think of anything, Mike. A game or book or movie that is so good that I hate it. Maybe with music, there's like bands that are so big and popular and like generic classic rock. You know what I mean? Like AC/DC, like just generic classic rock. It's like, yeah, I don't care if I ever hear them again. Maybe music would be would fit that question a little more in my brain, you know. But yeah, anyway, Mike, I appreciate that, man. Hope you're doing well. All right, I'm gonna try to speed up this because I'm long-winded tonight, guys. Thanura, thank you so much as well. What role should Rex? What role could? Wait, hold on. Let me reread this. What role Rex could have in the Ahsoka show? Question mark. Oh, I see what you did. Golly, I don't really. I'm actually Googling new photo sparks theories about Captain Rex appearances. Captain Rex rumored to appear in Ahsoka series. You guys, is this kind of one of those confirmed rumors? To tell you the truth, with a show like Ahsoka, right? The title character is a character that we're very familiar with. We're also getting Thrawn, we're getting Sabine, we're getting Hera. We're getting a very familiar cast of characters. When we have that, I don't really care to introduce more of the familiar, you know. As beloved as Rex is, as much as I like the character, I personally wouldn't care if we didn't see him. You don't need more ingredients when you already got something that's pretty tasty. I don't know. Is that a good analogy? Or is that a metaphor? I don't know. So yeah, for me, like, if Rex is gonna be in there, fine. But maybe it'll fit the story. I'm sure it will. But if it's just a ham-fisted thing, I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Maybe she seeks him out for assistance or something. I don't know. But again, I'd be completely fine with him not even being in the show since we have so many familiar faces already in it. Does that make sense? Does anybody feel the same way I do? Am I alone on this island? I did see Tamara Morrison tease him at a con here in Australia, Thinner. I mean, hey, it might be true. It wouldn't surprise me if it was true. I mean, we've had so many familiar faces pop in and out of Star Wars shows. I think the likelihood is more so than him not being in it, you know? But, yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. Christian, Kim, Nick, Mike, Kevin, Nick, and Super Michael, and Minato. I appreciate the patience, guys. Kim says, not sure if I'm going to watch it. By the time it comes out, I will be busy with moving from LA to San Antonio and then heading to a 2-week road trip. Yeah, there's no rush, man. The plus side of your plans, the moving and the road trip and stuff like that, is that once you get back, the series might be done. It might all be out and you can just binge watch it, right? So yeah, life yeah, Yeah, you got fun plans, man. A show can wait, right? Ashoka, wait. Ahsoka, wait. I tried to do something with that, but it didn't work. Yeah. Road trip takes priority. Moving takes priority. You don't got to watch it as it premieres. You can watch it after the fact, right? I would say watch it on your road trip, but no, be in the moment, man. It's fun to drive and talk. Look out the window at the same McDonald's arches every couple miles. But yeah, anyway, Christian, I appreciate that. Enjoy the road trip. Good luck on the move. Ahsoka can wait. Life takes priority. That's how it is. Mr. Nicholas, Darth Nicholas says, is it me, or is it just me, or am I more excited to see Thrawn, Baylan Skoll, and Shin and Ahsoka than the title characters Sabine and Hera? Which obviously isn't to say I'm not excited to see those characters too. I'm definitely, for me, I'm the character that I'm most intrigued by is Baylan. But the character that I'm most excited to see is Thrawn. I would venture to guess that most people kind of feel the same way. You know, first live action Thrawn. Yeah, for me, I'm most excited to see Thrawn, but the character that I'm most interested in is Baylan, because once again, that new factor that I love, right? Whenever something's new, to me, that is far more interesting than getting something that we've seen before. Character-wise, right? But yeah, I'm excited to see... Man, I'm just excited to see the dynamic between all the characters that you mentioned. I'm curious what the dynamic's going to be like between them all. What's happened in the interim, you know? Yeah, it's crazy. Ray Stevenson died, and I didn't really see much about it. I mean, I saw on Twitter for a couple days, but it was interesting to me. Like, if the show had come out, I think the outpouring of grief and the outpouring of, support would have been that much greater, because people would have been more familiar with him as an actor. He seemed like a super nice guy in all the interviews and like celebration interviews and stuff like that I watched. Just so enthusiastic to be there and play this character, and he seemed really into the experience of being at Celebration and kind of soaking it all in, right? So it's a shame, but yeah, I appreciate that, Nick. Super Michael 98, thank you so much for the channel support. I'll read both of them here. Mike says, what's your opinion on First Blood, the Rambo movie? Lastly, maybe as I just watched it, but did you show your kid Disney's Tarzan? Dude, I have not seen First Blood since I'm gonna venture to say like 8 or 9 years old. It has been so long since I've seen that movie. I'd be really interested to go back and watch it. Because I think, as an adult, that character, especially in First Blood, would have a whole new meaning to me than back then. And I would be really interested to see like First Blood compared to a more modern Rambo movie, where he's just sitting in like what I don't even remember. Wasn't he like sitting in a field with it wasn't an M240. I don't know. It was like some giant ass gun. Was it an anti-aircraft weapon? I don't even remember. I'd be really interested to like compare First Blood to, you know, something like that. I'd be willing to bet First Blood has a lot more depth, and as an adult, it'd be way more interesting to watch that. But no, we have not shown our daughter Tarzan yet. She's familiar with the music. She's familiar with all the Disney music. But dude, she doesn't really like to watch movies. She prefers watching shows. She cannot sit still. She can't sit still. If she's watching a show, she's doing cartwheels and somersaults on the couch. She's jumping off the table. She does not sit still. So for her to sit down and watch like an hour and a half movie at home, now we take her to the movie theaters, but at home, that's just, she has zero desire to watch a movie. I say, hey, do you want to watch this movie? And she's like, no, I want to watch a show. Okay. Trust me, we've tried. Eventually I think she will, but, you know, right now at the age of 5, she just cannot sit still, man. We've taken her to a bunch of movies. She's seen Puss in Boots. She's seen Elemental. She's seen the Super Mario movie. She saw, we went and saw, oh, there's another one in there. Oh, the new Little Mermaid. Oh, we saw the new Ninja Turtles, which was super fun. God, that was a fun movie. So she goes to the movies and she'll sit down and have some candy and popcorn. But at home, no way. She's just bouncing off the walls, dude. But yeah, anyway. Kevin George, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I haven't heard your thoughts on Dial of Destiny. Did you get a chance to check it out? Kevin, I have not seen it yet. It's funny, like, me and my buddy were talking about it the other day. Me and the guy that I saw Revenge of the Sith with at midnight in 2005. He's like, you know, me and him talk movies a lot, and we tend to agree on the same things. He hasn't seen Dial of Destiny either, and a lot of that might be because he just had a baby. But yeah, life is busy, and it's kind of hard to find the time to go see a movie together, and I've just, for whatever reason, I didn't have a burning desire to go see it like opening day or what. I was like, in order for us to go see a movie, we got to get a babysitter, and usually that babysitter almost always is going to be my parents, and they do so much for us as it is. They watch our daughter basically every third day. They babysit our daughter for all day because I'm working and my wife's working. So for us, I always feel bad, like, hey, can you watch, you know, our daughter so me and my wife can go see a movie for a few hours? I always feel bad. But they would always say yes. They wouldn't ever have a problem with it. But I just feel bad, you know, asking them. So long story short, nope, I have not seen it. I am looking forward to it when it comes out on streaming. Most people that I've kind of seen their opinions on Dial of Destiny say it was a pretty fun movie. So you know, I'm gonna go into it. Just looking to have some fun. I don't know. Other than that, I really haven't heard anybody else's opinions. I watched like Chris Stuckman's non-spoiler review, and I've seen a few other opinions online, but for the most part, I haven't really been paying attention to much Dial of Destiny stuff, and just because I want to watch it for myself, you know. But yeah. Mr. Nick, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Once again, Nick says, did you see the new Mission Impossible movie yet? If so, what were your thoughts on it? Almost the most identical answer to Kevin's question there, Nick. No, we haven't seen that. I'm so far behind with the Mission Impossible movies. Let me Google this. How many are there? Mission movies. Okay. Oh my god, there's no way I'm gonna remember which ones I've seen. I think I've seen the first 3. What is the 4th one? Ghost Protocol. I think I've seen Ghost Protocol. I have not seen Rogue Nation. I've not seen Fallout. What's the newest one called? Dead Reckoning. Is that the newest one? I have not seen Dead Reckoning Part 1. So I've seen the first 4. I have not seen 5, 6, and 7. God, I can't believe there's been that many. So, yeah, that's a franchise I really haven't kept up with, and for whatever reason, I haven't really had a huge desire to go see them. My buddy says they're super fun, and he always tells me to watch them, but, yeah, for whatever reason, usually it's me and my wife sit down and decide to watch something, and we agree on something and we watch it, and Mission Impossible just has not come up. The most recent movie we saw, was Oppenheimer in the theater. Before that, we watched, we saw the new Guardians 3, which was a lot of fun. It was great. But yeah, Mission Impossible is one that I just haven't kept up with. I love the first one. The first one, out of the ones that I've seen, is by far my favorite. It's I don't know. It's slower paced. It's less boom boom bang bang. It's more espionage, you know. And for that, I think, again, I haven't seen the last 3. I've seen the first 4, but for that reason, I think it's my favorite, hands down by far. I don't know if anything could change that. Plus, you know, that movie came out when I was 10 years old. I remember seeing it, and then playing the Nintendo 64 game, and yeah, it was great. Anyway. Minato Namikaze and Oscar Rodriguez, thank you guys for coming in with the final super chats and channel support of this stream. I greatly appreciate it, guys. Minato says Disney Plus is burning so much cash that there are rumors that Disney is considering canceling it or having the shows air on cable TV instead. Thoughts? Really? Again, I don't keep up with this stuff. Let's see. That's crazy. How does that happen? How does that happen? Disney Plus finances? I don't even know what to Google. Disney Plus has increased its revenue by 42% in 2022, generating over $7 billion in revenue. Generating over $7 billion for the media conglomerate.
Brought in Kevin Kiner to do the score for Ahsoka after he did the scores for TCW, Rebels, Bad Batch and Tales of the Jedi. He's the John Williams of animated SW, and you can't tell an Ahsoka story without his music.
Nick, thank you so much, man. Give me one sec. Walt Disney Company today reported earnings for its second quarter ended April 1st, 2023. Revenue, let's see. Disney's direct-to-consumer segment, which includes the flagship Disney Plus streaming service, suffered a loss of $659 million in the just ended fiscal second quarter. Company said that was significantly lower than the projected. That was significantly lower than the $850 million that analysts projected, and less than half of what it was just 2 quarters ago. Disney sheds 4 million subscribers. Disney is losing billions on Disney Plus. I'll look into this. I don't know anything about this. I just pay the whatever it is, $10 a month, so my daughter can watch Big City Greens. Let's see. Yeah, this is something I'll have to look into. Substream, 12 million subscribers, but cites peaks loss. Huh. We have Disney Plus and Hulu combined. I don't know how any of this works. I don't know. I can't imagine them just completely abandoning it. I mean, maybe. Maybe. I don't know where the... this is something... Monado, this is something that I would need to actually look into, you know, before giving my full thoughts, but... I just can't imagine them abandoning it. It's... I don't know what they would have to do to turn a profit. I mean, most of the stuff on there... look, I barely watch anything. I really don't watch anything on there other than Star Wars. The only reason that we have... And I only watch Star Wars on there when something new comes out, you know? The only reason that we have it is for my daughter, because, you know, she likes some shows on there. I wonder if this is true for most streaming services. That's something that I'll have to look into too, but interesting little Googling tonight. I just have to figure out a way. I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, that's something I'll have to look into, Monado. But I appreciate that. Oscar Rodriguez and Nick, thank you for coming in with the final super chats before I have to jet. Oscar says, Gravity Falls is old, but your daughter will love it. Yeah, we've seen... She might have seen a couple episodes of that. Gravity Falls. Let's see. Oh, I didn't realize Linda Cardellini was in that. I like her a lot. Freaks and Geeks rules. If you haven't seen Freaks and Geeks, which you probably have, it's such a good show. Such a good show. Came out in '99. It is such a good show. Anyway, yeah, Oscar, I think she's watched a few episodes of Gravity Falls. Shit, Oscar, you said it's old. It came out in 2012. Man, that makes me feel old. Yeah, my daughter, I'm pretty sure she's seen a few episodes. She is, right now she's really into Big City Greens, which is, it's a really fun show. It's kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just goofy and silly, and you know, it's. I mean, she'll watch Bluey too, but I feel like she wants to watch older stuff. So like, she watches my 5-year-old daughter watches SpongeBob. She requests to watch SpongeBob, and I don't care. You know, I don't really like the show. I didn't grow up with it or whatever, but like, it's funny to me. None of her friends probably are allowed to watch SpongeBob, but we're like, yeah, whatever. Look, man, when I was 6 years old, I watched a guy burst out of an alien burst out of a guy's chest in the movie Alien, and I'm all right, I think. But yeah, anyway, Oscar, Wendy Corduroy is my spirit animal. Is that the character that she plays? Huh. All right. Maybe I'll turn it on tomorrow, for her to watch, and I'll sit down and watch it with her. That was her as the otter? I didn't realize that. Huh. Interesting. What a heartbreaking few scenes, Guardians 3. You sons of bitches, you did it. I've never heard of a kid not being able to watch SpongeBob. Well, I mean, it's you know, she's 5 years old, and it's you know, parents are. There's a lot of parents that are very sheltering, and they don't. On SpongeBob, they say stupid and idiot and stuff like that, and you know. Hey, maybe that's why my daughter says stupid and idiot all the time. I think maybe 5 years old, if like you really think about it, might be a little too young for SpongeBob. But we've been letting her watch it honestly since she was like 3 years old. We don't really give a shit. You know, obviously we're not gonna let her watch, I don't know, Family Guy. But when it comes to certain things, we just don't really care, you know. She hears she hears worse words from us. So anyway, I appreciate that, Oscar. Nick, thank you so much for coming with the final. Nick says, so glad they brought in Kevin Kiner to do the score for Ahsoka after he did the scores for the Clone Wars, Rebels, Bad Batch, Tales of the Jedi. He's the John Williams of animated Star Wars, and you can't tell an Ahsoka story without the music. There you go. A little through line, a little thread that weaves all of those shows together. I like it. I like it. That's, you know, unfortunately, that's something that I haven't really paid attention to when it comes to a lot of Star Wars shows. I don't familiarize myself with the composers. I don't familiarize myself. That's weird. You would think that's something that I would do a lot of research on and be very familiar with. Yeah, interesting. Like, I don't even remember. I know I looked it up. I don't even remember who did the Andor score. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? And I like that score. Andor. Nicholas Brittle. Okay. Yeah. That's a shame. Wow. I didn't realize the composer, Nicholas Brittle, who did the music for Andor, also did the music for Succession. Huh. Fascinating. The more you learn. And he did he composed for Vice. Interesting. The Big Short? Huh. Alright. Learning all sorts of shit that I should have known on tonight's stream, huh? But I appreciate you bringing that to my attention there. The reason I'm not familiar with a lot of this stuff, hey, I've been out of the loop. I haven't made a video in a long time. I'm going to get back into it, man. I agree with you, Nick. I'm with you. All right, guys, I got to go. We went an hour and a half. My wife's probably downstairs like, what in the hell is he doing up there? What the hell is he doing? We got shows to watch, man. All right, so I'm hoping to get a video uploaded tomorrow. If I don't, then it would be Friday. Oh, no, it would be, well, shit. It'd be Monday. So I'm going to really try to get that video uploaded tomorrow. I'll have like 6 hours to myself tomorrow. And I'm going to try to knock that out. It's a video. It's not a short video. It's like a 20-minute long video. And it's just kind of a nostalgia trip. It's basically like titled, What Was It Like Being a Star Wars Fan in the 90s? So, and it's a fun video. I had fun making it. I got all the audio done. I got half of it edited, so hopefully I'll be able to knock it out tomorrow. But all right, guys. Thanks to everyone for their generous super chats this evening. It was good to see everybody. I feel like, I haven't done this in a while, so I really appreciate the support. And now that the kid is back in school, on my time to myself, I will be making videos and doing streams, and we got some fun stuff to look forward to. And if you guys have any video ideas that are outside of the box, I'm all ears. But all right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya!